Welcome once again in today's lecture of the course Water Resource Engineering. Today again we'll continue from the last lecture, that is of soil water relationship and water requirement for the crops. I am Mr. S. Sobule, Assistant Professor, Civil Engineering Department. So we have seen these terms already, but again I'm repeating these basic terms related to water requirement of crop. So first is the duty. It is the area in hectares irrigated by 1 cubic meter per second, that is cumex, of water supplied to the land continuously throughout the base period of particular crop, expressed in hectares per cumex. Then second is the delta. It is the total depth of water required by the crop during entire base period, expressed in meter or centimeter. Next is the base period. It is the period in days between first watering at the time of sowing to the last watering before harvesting. And next is the crop period. It is the period in number of days a crop takes from an instant of sowing to that of its harvesting. Then command area. The area which is downstream side of the project to which water can be reached by gravity is called command area. So as we know, we have so many dams here. That is Varna Dam, then Chandoli Dam, then Koyana Dam. So the area which is at the downstream side, that is the water has been stored behind the wall, and we used to send or release the water in the downstream side of the project. So this water is benefit to the area which is at the downstream, and it is called as a command area, and that is by gravity. This next is the gross command area, the area lying between the drainage boundaries which can be irrigated by canal system. So we have so many canal system in the western Maharashtra region. So the area is lying between the drainage boundaries which can be irrigated by these canal systems, and we are expanding the network now. I think just we have heard the Nira and Nira, Bhima and Krishna, the river linking project is under consideration as per the that Vadnere Samiti. They have suggested these suggestions to reduce the flood situations in Sangli and Kolhapur region. So the river linking can be a solution for this area. So likewise, they are expanding the area and using more and more water. So the gross command area is the area lying between the drainage boundaries which can be irrigated by the canal system. Then culturable command area, that is CCA. It is the area can be brought under cultivation. So this is the area which can be brought under cultivation. So it is CCA, that is uh, culturable commanded area, is equals to GCA, that is gross commanded area, minus unculturable area. Now the intensity of irrigation. It is the percentage of culturable area actually irrigated in particular season. Now relation between duty, delta and base period. Let D is equal to duty in hectare per cubic. Delta is the total depth of water supplied in meters. B is the base period in days. So if we take the a field of area d hectares, water supplied to the field corresponding to the water depth delta meters will be delta into d hectare meters. That is, d is the area and delta is the height of the water. So the volume of water that will be delta into d hectare meter. So further, that is d into delta into 10 raised to 4 cubic meters. We are converting it d into delta into cubic 10 raised to 4 cubic meters. So again, for the same field of d hectares, 1 cubic water is required to flow during entire base period. Hence, the water supply to the field is equals to 1 into b into 24 into 60 into 60 meter cube. So it is again for that same area we are supplying 1 cubic of water is required to flow during the entire base period. So for entire base period we are supplying the water. So by equating these two equations, that is the supplied water depth or the volume of water equal to volume of water. So that becomes d into delta into 10 raised to 4 equals to b into 24 into 60 by 60. So that becomes delta equals to b into 24 by 60 into 60 divided by d into 10 raised to 4. So that becomes 8.64 b by d meters. So note here 1 hectare is 10 raised to 4 square meters and 1 cubic per day is 8.64 hectare meters. Let me explain again. As we know, the height. This is the height of water, that is delta into d is the area. So that becomes the volume, that is hectare and meter. And here we are converting this d into this d into here 10 raised to 4 square meter. So that this becomes in square meter. So this area into square meter and this into meter. So that becomes meter cube in cubic meter. 10 raised to 4 we are multiplying. And here we are supplying 1 meter cube of water, as we have seen here. This 1 cubic meter of water per second, that is cubics. So here we are giving 1 meter cube of water per second. This is the entire base period by 24 hours into 60 minutes and 60 seconds. So this is, we are supplying the total quantity of water in meter cubes. So this is the water is standing in the field and this is the we have supplied. So we are equating both these things here. And by this way we are getting this. And again for the cubic day we are multiplying it by hectare meter. So that's why we are putting it here. This thing. This is the day and this is the hectare. So that's why we are converting it. Okay. Now the factors affecting duty. So first is the type of soil. If permeability of soil under the irrigated crop is high, the water loss due to percolation will be more and hence the duty will be less. Therefore, for sandy soil, where the permeability is more, the duty of water is less. Then second is type of crops. Different crops require different amount of water and hence duties for them are different. A crop requiring more water will have less flourishing acreage for the same supply of water as compared to that requiring less water. Hence, duty will be less for a crop requiring more water or vice versa. Then the slope of ground. Then the slope of ground. Slope of ground or the topography of agricultural land. If the land is uneven, the duty will be low. As the ground slope increases, the duty decreases because there is a wastage of water. Then the climatic conditions. When the temperature of command area is high, the evaporation loss is more and the duty becomes low or vice versa. The duty includes the water loss due to evaporation and as well as in the percolation. So these losses vary with the season. So hence duty varies from season to season and also from time to time in the same season. The figures of duties which we generally express are their average value considered over the entire crop period. Then the method of irrigation. The duty of water method of irrigation. The duty of water is high in case of perennial irrigation system as compared to that of in undulation irrigation system. In the system of irrigation, that is how we use the irrigation system or which irrigation system we are going to use. The duty depends on that. Then the useful rainfall. In some of the rain falling directly over the irrigated land is useful for the growth of the crop. Then so much less irrigation water will be required to mature the crop. More the useful rainfall, less will be the requirement of irrigation water, and hence more will be the duty of irrigation water. Then the canal conditions. So as we know, we have so many problems of the seepage in the canals. So many times in the this before releasing the water in the canals or in uh, the season after, I think, uh, rainy season or in somewhere between the summer season, the canal lining work or maintenance work they start, because if the canal conditions are good, then obviously the duty is also good, that water percolation will be less and duty will be improved. Then last is the method of assessment. So how you are going to assess the duty, that is also the important factor. Which method we are going to use, that is also the important factor. Now, methods of improving duty. First, the proper method of applying water should be used. Then volumetric assessment should be preferred. Then the land should be properly ploughed and leveled before sowing the crops. Then land should be cultivated frequently. Canal should be lined. Alignment of canal through sandy or fissured rock should be avoided so that there will not be a water loss. Then canal administrative staff should well versed with the command area. The training of farmers about use of water, that is using the new system. Even the right now the sensor and all those things has been introduced in this area also. So we can use the water efficiently by these things. Then the land should be redistribution to farmers is according to their capability of managing them. So these are some methods to improving the duty. Now the assessment of irrigation water. Irrigation projects are undertaken by the government with the primary object of supplying the water to cultivators for raising the crop to give maximum yield. Charges are levied on the cultivator for making use of irrigation water. And the charges are not only defray the maintenance and operational cost but also include some return on the capital investment of the project. So irrigation charges are not uniform in all the states of India. Generally, the water charges comprises of one or more following elements. Water rate depending upon the kind and extent of crop. Then the increment in land revenue based on the increased benefit de- derived annually. Then providing irrigation facilities. So as we know, the Panipatti is there. So many articles are there in the uh, newspaper, also local newspaper. So these things are related with that. Then the betterment levy share, representing the government share, irrigation cess being the annual charge per hectare of irrigable area. Then water rates are collected by all state governments in the form of water rate, surcharge on land revenue, irrigation cess, etc. The rate at which water is charged for different crop vary from state to state. Rates are paid charges on the area basis for different crop. Now the methods of assessment. The various methods of irrigation water are assessment on area basis or crop basis. The factor to be considered, the cash value of the crop. So for the crops having more cash, the cost of water is more. Then the water requirement of the, that is time and demand of the irrigation water. So for what period they need the water, that is also important. So we have some drawbacks in the system, that is wasteful use of water, as the charges are not made on the basis of water actual water quantity but on the area of the crop. Actually, sometimes you might have seen uh, in what area what kind of that crop has been sown, that also play the important role in all these calculations. Then unequal water distribution of water. The irrigators at the head reach of canal draw more water than the due share, and irrigator at the tail end of canal suffer. So the people near or farmers near the or farms near the canal get the more water as compared to the farms at the tail of the water. Then second method is volumetric assessment. Charges are levied on the basis of actual volume supplied at the outlet head. The most economical use of water in the field leads to more extent of irrigation area. It requires installation of water meter at all irrigation outlets in the canal system. It is same as we use the water or drinking water or use the river water at our water supply at the house. So we have the meter and we are paying on the basis of that. Then next is the permanent assignment or betterment levy. The area where canal are provided as insurance against drought, the farmers are levied at the fixed rate every year, irrespective of the fact whether or not they use the canal water. In drought a year, the farmers are allowed to draw canal supplies without paying the charges extra to normal betterment levy. Actually, sometimes it may happen that due to percolation, the water table in that area may rise, and because of which they have to pay the water charges permanently, even though they are not taking the water from the canal. So many things are there. Then the composite rate assessment. The combined land revenue and water tax are levied from the cultivators. It is not much common method of assessment. So these are some assessment method, and one of method is there, that is assessment of on seasonal basis. So it is entirely depend this method. This entirely depend on the seasons. In what season, how much water is required, or according to season, they are used to charge for the water. So these are the method or assessment of irrigation water. I would like to refer website slideshare.com and the book that is Irrigation Engineering and Hydraulic Structures of S.K. Garg. Thank you.